Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over for the future of Pokemon. We have some new rumors surrounding some Let's Go Johto games involving Ho-Oh and Lugia. As well as that, we have some new Nintendo Switch 2 rumors to take a look at. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment, how would you feel about some new Let's Go Johto games? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over this new rumor regarding Let's Go Ho-Oh and Let's Go Lugia. Now, of course, this was posted on 4chan, so as always, take it with a massive grain of salt. 99 times out of 100, these tend to be fake, but there is one that usually gets through the cracks and does tend to be true. So anyway, let's take a look at it. It was posted on the 22nd of January, so yesterday, and it's titled Pokemon Let's Go Lugia and Pokemon Let's Go Ho-Oh. So it will be in the style of previous Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games, which is pretty self-explanatory. Like, I don't know why they would change it. And to this day, as I say, I still think that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are the nicest looking Nintendo Switch Pokemon games out of all the ones that have dropped, including Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. They just look complete, and I know that they didn't really offer a lot of replayability value, but at the same time, for what they were, I actually really enjoyed those games. I necessarily wouldn't mind a new Let's Go Johto game as long as it was accompanied by something else. Like if we got like Black and White 3 and Let's Go Johto, I'd be absolutely fine with that. I just don't think Let's Go Johto would have enough pull to kind of keep people occupied for like another year, especially with games like Power World coming out now, which are obviously like taking the internet by storm, which are it's kind of the equivalent to what Pokemon gamers want, and that is now in like this form of Power and stuff. Obviously that's a whole different question and conversation. Anyway, let's carry on with this rumor. So they say Johto starter Pokemon won't have new forms, but they will have new signature moves and updated stats similar to Pikachu and Eevee. So in this case, we wouldn't get like a certain starter Pokemon that you can't really alternate, like you just get stuck with one. How if you chose Let's Go Pikachu, you got stuck with Pikachu. If you chose Let's Go Eevee, you got stuck with Eevee. In this case, it looks like you would be able to choose the starter Pokemon out of Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile, and I think that would be the case. I think if we did get a Let's Go Johto game, there's not really a duo in Johto that could be the kind of frontrunners for a Let's Go game. Like Pikachu and Eevee work really well, especially because they are adaptations of Pokemon Yellow, in which Pikachu is your starter in Pokemon Yellow and your rival has Eevee. Like that is just cemented, like you can't change that. Whereas in Johto, there's not really a pair like that. I guess you kind of got like Umbreon and Espeon potentially, but then would you start with them as a starter? I know there's like baby Pokemon as well, like Magby and Elekid, but in this case, you probably wouldn't be able to evolve them, and then it'd just be weird challenging the Elite Four with like a Magby. I know they'd be stronger stats-wise, just like Pikachu and Eevee were in the Let's Go games. But I don't know, like a Magby going up against like a Lancer's Dragonite or something, it just wouldn't really look great. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a case where there's just like standard Pokemon starters and that's it. I think it would generally be the kind of the triple that you can choose from. But either way, they won't get new forms, which I'm not surprised at. Like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee didn't have new forms, but they will have signature moves and updated stats, just like the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee starters did. However, though, I feel like in a Let's Go Johto game, if those were the starters, like Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita, you would be able to evolve. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. Anyway, they go on to say the Pokedex is made up of the first 251 plus expanded ones, such as Farigiraf and Gliscor. So that would be Pokemon like Gligar and Gligar and Girafarig that have had future evolutions, being able to obtain those in this game, which is different to obviously what Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee did. Like certain Pokemon that could evolve in Gen 4, like Tangela, could not evolve into Tangrowth in like the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games. The same with like Eevee, like that couldn't evolve into the evolutions and stuff, barring the fire, water, and electric ones that we obviously got in Kanto. So that would obviously be a little bit new. As well as that, a returning character is Letha, though through her you can unlock Hisui's Pokemon, such as TM, Barrios, or Hisui's Growlithe that appears in the Safari Zone. So yeah, I don't know if we'd get a Safari Zone in Johto. I think it would be very similar to like the Go Park like we got in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think they did that really well because it was an easy way to transfer Pokemon into the game through Pokemon Go, and then you could like obviously get them and stuff through that mini game. So I think they'd do something similar to that. I just don't think a Safari Zone really, I mean, it would be good, but I don't think it would work too well in a Let's Go game. Personally, I don't know, maybe it would, but either way, they then go on to say other side quests for other Pokemon not native to Indigo I don't know what Indigo is supposed to be. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Johto, such as Wooper from Paldea starting to appear on Route 34, or Ponyta from Galar present in a Pokemon Center. So being obviously able to get the different forms, which you could get in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There were certain trades where you could get like Alolan Raichu and stuff like that from trading their Cantonian counterparts and stuff. So that would be cool. It'd be a way to get the forms and stuff like that. I don't know why they've said Indigo. It's supposed to be Johto. The new collectible is a kind of sticker album that you receive in Ecruteak City in a new building called the Antique Shop. These stickers are based on the Gold, Silver, and Crystal Pokemon sprites. As you complete this album, you unlock items to purchase in the shop, the final prize being a damaged GS ball. I really like that idea. I like the idea of them being like a collectible thing, because obviously the usual only collectible things we have are like the Pokedex. We've had like stamps and stuff in the past, and well, not stamps, but it was like the what did we get in Black and White? It was the little, was it the coin? No, the medal thing. Yeah, so we got like the medal thing in those games, and it's an extra thing to do, like an extra thing to kind of complete, and especially when you get something at the end of it. Like I really prefer it when they do things like that. And so yeah, whether this is true or not, I think a sticker album would be really cool, especially with like sprites of the Johto Pokemon. I really like that idea, especially when there's a shop that you can spend them in, where you can get like special items and stuff, a little bit like Blueberry points and everything like that. Next up, skills are back, but maintainable items are not. So I'm assuming that is abilities. I don't think this person's first language is English, because they've, like I say, they've got a few things wrong. Like skills, I think would be, I guess, what abilities are in maybe a different language. But yeah, abilities are back, but maintainable, but hold items are not. So yeah, in the original Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee game, we had no abilities, no held items, but now abilities are back, but we still cannot hold items. So it's getting closer and closer to being competitive games, but still not the full 9 yards yet. Next up, some areas have undergone small changes, such as Route 38, which now has a ranch with a Pokemon Center, and Route 39, which is now larger. Again, I don't think if we got a Let's Go Johto game, they would really change any of the route. I think they would just do what they did with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I mean, they changed certain things a little bit, like I say, the Safari Zone and stuff like that, but I don't think they would change it to that extent where they literally add larger routes and stuff like that. It'd be cool if they did, but I just don't really see that being a thing. Next up, we have infinite tons are returned, as well as repellents, bait, and XP candy. I don't know what infinite tons are. I think that's just translated badly. But repels are back. I mean, repels were in the original Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I'm pretty sure, as well as lures. And then bait and XP candy. So I'm assuming the bait is like the candy, and then obviously the XP. I don't know. It's obviously translated badly, so I'm not sure what they're really talking about here. But I'm assuming it's the same things that we obviously got in the original Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games. And then the leader level is better balanced, although it is still easy and below the difficulty curve. I mean, we can all agree that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was some of, if not the easiest Pokemon games we've ever played. Like, I think the champion didn't even have like 4 moves to select, which was ridiculous. Like, how can you have a champion battle with not like, or like at least 4 Elite Four battles, or like the gym leaders? They didn't have like 4 actual moves on their Pokemon like later on in the game, which is ridiculous. So yeah, obviously it was really easy, and I'm assuming this will be just as easy, but either way, yeah, they say there's balance, but it's still easy and below the difficulty curve. Next up, even wild Pokemon are better distributed in the Johto and Kanto regions. I'm guessing that just means you've got like more options and stuff on each route. The game has many ties to Pokemon Legends Arceus, thanks to Leaf. I mean, yeah, it's weird with Johto. You've got like the Sinjoh Ruins and stuff like that, which can always be a massive connection. And so there's always that chance that there could be like some Sinnoh stuff and everything like that. But at the same time, it would be it'd be weird. I don't know, a Let's Go Johto game to be kind of, I guess, occupied with a Legends Arceus. I feel like if we got a Legends Johto, that would make a lot more sense. And then the capture and art direction are in the same style as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So yeah, art direction, I think they should just keep that the same. That, like as I say, they are the nicest looking Pokemon games on the Switch in my opinion. And then the capture being the same thing. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the gimmick of Let's Go. Like, you literally throw the Pokeball. There's no wild battles and stuff. So they would obviously keep that. And then the models are 3D like in Scarlet and Violet, but with a more Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee centric style. I think that's wrong. I don't know why they would have like 3D styles. Like the ones in Scarlet and Violet, but then would change them all for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I mean, there's only 251 Pokemon to choose from. I guess a few more if you're counting like forms and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I guess that could be a possibility, but I don't know. I just feel like this is very very badly put together. I think there's been some translation issues and stuff. But yeah, I don't think this is true. And again, there's the whole thing where Game Freak have literally come out and said that like it's unlikely they'll do another Let's Go game. They mainly did it to capitalize on Pokemon Go. And I mean, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I think they did okay. And yeah, they got a lot of people that play Pokemon Go into the main series games. Because, like I said, I remember when I streamed Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it did absolutely ridiculous, like, numbers. Like, people were really excited about these games, and that was just in terms of, like, shiny hunting and stuff. Obviously, the wave died and stuff, but it is something that they could obviously, they could capitalize on again. I mean, Pokemon Go, I think it's just had its, like, worst year, so maybe they do need to do something to kind of revive it. But I mean, that's just because of Niantic's own decision making. Like, that's not because the game is bad, it's just because Niantic are super, super greedy. Anyway, that is the rumor for the Johto Let's Go games. Let me know your thoughts on that. Would you be happy with this? Would you not be happy with it? Let me know your thoughts on that. Moving on, though, we do have some new Nintendo Switch 2 leaks or rumors to go over in terms of a new game. So, rumor from Go Nintendo tweet saying Persona 3 Reload and Metaphor coming to the Switch successor. So, this was posted today on the 23rd of January, saying earlier today we reported on plans for Persona 3 Reload to come to the Switch were never made. So, that was a thing that they covered. Yeah, so basically exactly what it says on the tin. Like, plans for Persona 3 Reload to come to the Switch were never made. Well, if the rumor mill is to be believed, it's possible that there was a reason for this lack of plans. So, prominent leaker MBKKSSTBHZ5 posted to X that the reason may be because Atlus is planning to bring the game to the Switch successor instead. They also make a comment that Metaphor Refantasio is also planned to come to the yet announced system. You can read the post below. So in an interview with Atomics VG, Atlus has stated that from the very beginning of the development process for Persona 3 Reload, a version for Nintendo Switch was explicitly decided against. The demand is noted, however, and it's now a matter of discussing it with the team. Because, again, this person is a leaker, because Persona 3 Reload will be on the next Nintendo hardware and Metaphor too. So if you're unfamiliar with this leaker's track record, they accurately leaked Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica before they were announced, so this claim definitely has some believability. Even outside of the leak, though, many fans were quick to suspect that this was the reason behind the lack of a Switch release, as it just makes sense from a business perspective. As was all leaks, though, take this information with a grain of salt and know there is nothing confirmed until Atlus makes an announcement, and if they do, you can count on us to let you know. So basically, another game to go alongside with, I think it's Monster Hunter or Dragon Quest, one of those, Bayonetta remaster, like 1, 2, and 3, and now also Persona 3 Reload also now being on the hardware and Metaphor 2. So we're getting an idea of the kind of games now that are going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2. And again, these aren't like the main kind of games. Like, obviously there'll be a new Mario game and stuff like that, but this is just kind of more information about what will be popping up on the next console. But again, we should be getting this console announced soon. Whether that is going to be in this next Nintendo Direct, which potentially, you know, one person said it was going to happen this month, and, you know, if that's the case, we're running out of time. At the time I'm recording this, there's been no Nintendo Direct. Some people are saying it's next month. We always usually get a Nintendo Direct in February, so, you know, that it could be next month, and would it get announced next month? It's really hard to say, but again, if the new console is coming out this year, it does need to get announced sooner rather than later. But that's just another game that is likely going to be coming to the Switch too. So if you're a Persona 3 fan, then obviously, yeah, you can look forward to this being on the next console, and also Metaphor as well. And as well as the Bayonetta and the, I think it was Monster Hunter as well, that's also coming to the Switch. But there's also rumors about, like, Mario and Mario Kart and Animal Crossing, Zelda, like everything. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really, really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. What are your thoughts on this new Johto rumor? Do you think it could be true? Do you want it to be true? Would you like a new Let's Go Johto game? Or are you completely done with the Let's Go series after Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? And then what are your thoughts on the new Nintendo Switch 2 rumors as well? But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.